As a start.
Sorry,
as a start.
Can you say your piece?
Get me. Solidarity.
I was just going to expand on Jedi's point. I'm not saying that the history of this country is all roses and unicorns and butterflies. It's not. And I'm certainly not saying that black people have the same rights as everybody else. I'm not saying that. However, the issue I have with what Jedi was saying, that he's not distinguishing between the British establishment. Clearly, let me finish. Clearly enough, with the British people.
Do the British people? One second. Do the British people distinguish themselves from the British establishment?
And
Some do.
The last thing I was going to say,
on a whole,
I can only experience British culture while I've been British and my ancestors have been British.
And has it been your experience that British people have separated themselves from the establishment?
Increasingly, yes. This is what I'm saying, that you're looking at it from your point of view, I'm looking at it from mine.
Okay. I think, you know what it is here? I think what you're seeing is, you're seeing this awakening of people on the internet, and then, I don't know, somehow I feel like you feel like that is the majority of people. Because we know that it's a small number compared to the majority of people, do we not?
So define when you say awakening. I know being
because becoming more aware, becoming more autonomous thinkers, more critical thinking, becoming more human, thinking for themselves and making their own decisions. Like, a lot more people are doing that. I think this is what you're talking about when you say
different levels, though, isn't there?
Yeah,
different levels of awakening.
But how many people on hold are? Look, bro. It was only the other day, Kate and whatever, Harry and Meghan got married. Yeah. You look around England. How many people on that day dissociated themselves from the establishment, and how many of them proved that even at their core level, they actually are fucking in love and smitten by the establishment.
But we have idiots in every nation, no?
Is it majority idiots or majority in
from
what you see?
I did look
you
at
can't be honest now.
I didn't have a look at the
this is where the stuttering tells you, the stuttering tells you that the level of honesty, you know what you saw. You know what you felt.
British panic.
Okay,
you know what you felt.
So 1 minute Jedi is saying you don't trust the media, and another minute we don't know. We're all here today to make sure that people are awake who are going to be awake.
Right, let me just add something. The reason why you can see the great British culture, because you see what your people put into the culture to make it great for you. Because not only you speak English or British, you speak your own home language. Now with we Africans, somehow we got lost in the secret trade business. Because we put into this, and the little culture we put in, we get called as gangsters,
lazy,
gorillas, niggas, gorillas.
Ultimately, we don't.
All of those stuff. And even the music we put in, what takes it to global charts. The Queen gives our artists the MOE. You know what happens? And we go back and we still be treated like a damn gollywog. Yeah? We, in the 70s and 80s, when we was growing up, on the Jab Jar Kid, we saw what Great Britain did to our people. They stuck us on every rubber to the Jab Jar.
Yeah.
That's Great Britain.
And the Kiora, remember Kiora and that?
And the Kiora, and the dance, and Sunday Light.
It's only the other day they was doing Little Lady and all these things.
They used Desmond Dekker, a Jamaican bull, who dedicated his life to his reggae music over here in Britain. And you know what you lot skinners turn around and do? And all you so-called fraction, racist, fascist group, you don't recognise us for our input, what we put in. We make your money where you can bring your people over here through the work what we do. And that's why we say we built Britain.
I lived in Chapeltown in Leeds.
So if you're not replicating the master,
I know the issue.
If you're not the beneficiary or the servant, and you're not replicating the master, I should be able to go over to India and see the deeply melanated people over there thriving. Right. And making it to the top of the social ladder. But we don't see that, do we, family?
Are you talking about the Dravidians?
No, I was talking about the city tribe. I was talking about the city tribe, to be honest. Right. The ones that are explicitly displaying African traditions.
They've been oppressed there,
Okay, of course they're oppressed. They're oppressed, they're tortured, they're murdered, they're scapegoated, whatnot, rare. But my man's in England and he's doing good. So I'm saying, if you look around the world, there's got to be some pocket in the world where the balance is there, and it's not there. There's no balance, bro. So my thing is this, because I hear Raj saying all the time is, we've got a different battle. We've got a different battle. We've got different issues. And I'm saying the only issue that we have that is different is your perception. You are fooled into thinking that that it is beneficial for you to serve the crown, the country, and this system. This system. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. No. All humans have to battle against the elites and those that are.
I agree with you.
Shush then, bruv. Shush then, bruv. Shush. You just jumped ship. Yeah.
No.
You said we got different battles.
You're
Shush,
putting words into my
bruv. You've just.
You're putting words into my mouth.
I never mentioned anything you said. I'm talking about me. Let me say what I'm saying. Yeah.
But you're talking about.
Let me say what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's not Jedi's corner.
Let me say what I'm saying, bro. It's Jedi's circle. So hear what I'm saying to you, bro. Hear what I'm saying to you. At the end of the day, bro, yeah, the only issue that is facing humanity is if we're gonna get off our knees and fight, yeah, or if we're gonna keep laying down, being on our knees, kneeling, fighting for scraps, being pleased with, oh yeah, well we're quite good. They fucked over India. They fucked over your country. Your country.
We don't forget
1
that.
second. Your country is still fucked. Instead of the focus being on rebuilding your country or at least getting reparations or some kind of compensation, you want to come here and talk about the British culture. And
work on their
Tommy Robinson,
corporations.
I'm happy to see you. These are the mentalities that have been plaguing you. And this is why we say, bro, the only difference between me and you is I am awake, bro, and you don't realize you're in the cell. We're both prisoners. We're both prisoners.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I believe you guys. I believe that.
But you don't do that.
Look, different communities here have probably had a different experience. As a Sikh here, I haven't had the same experience as you guys.
All humans
So
are
what you are going through
being
now,
oppressed
I
around
don't
the
walk down
world.
the road here
Can
and
you
get
see
pulled
that?
up by the
That's
police.
called
I've never been pulled up by the police.
Come on, he's programmed.
That's a mental.
Listen, hear what I'm saying
I've
to
had a
you.
different experience here, bro.
All humans around the world are being oppressed.
You're seeing, and that's what oppression is.
You have no idea about that.
I don't
But
agree
you're
with you.
comfortable. Okay, look. So if you agree with us
On that specific issue.
that is the biggest issue known
Yeah,
to
obviously the whole
that is the biggest issue known to man. Yeah. So right about now, any issue that comes under that is weak, bro.
Yeah.
All mankind is being oppressed, and then you want to tell us that we got different battles. How?
I said
We're in the
How?
same struggle.
How?
You just don't know it.
I've just
Fam.
said
That's
to
what
you.
I'm trying to show you.
I've just said to you, overall we have the same battle, but we all have a kind of a micro kind of community.
I know.
And each community has a different
I know. The oppressed and the oppressor.
I can't say people like you.
The oppressed and the
I've
oppressor.
never been
The reason why you think we're different from you and why you think that we see you as different is because you side with the oppressor.
I didn't say
You
that.
side no. You show it. You show it.
You're putting words into my mouth.
Okay. You can keep saying that 5
Yeah, I
times,
will.
but then we get into
I'll
this.
say it 100
We get into this childish conversation, and then it's like,
but you're putting words into
okay,
my
cool.
mouth.
But let me finish my statement.
can say it then.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, when you get triggered, bro, yeah, you start saying these girly things, and don't be girly, bro.
I'm not alright. I'll stop being
If
girly.
you're promoting. For a man, I don't want to see no girly men. I don't want to see no manly women.
I'm in touch with my
That
feminine
better,
side.
darling.
Yeah? No girly man, yeah? Be true, be balanced. Because you already have your feminine energy, yeah? You don't have to indulge into it, yeah? To the point that. Because this is what I'm saying, yeah? This is what I'm saying. Feminine energy is not negative.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's great.
Yeah?
If you balance it.
Yeah? Being a cat is not negative, but if you're acting like a cat and you're a dog, it's not going to be a good look for you. That's what I'm saying.
Come
yeah?
on.
You understand?
Stop with that
Anyway,
comment in there. Come on.
No, it's an analogy.
There's no
it's an
I
analogy.
did not attack you.
Move on.
Okay, I did
cool.
not attack
Say
you.
I'm like female, fair enough.
No. I said your behaviour. One second.
Let's
No,
talk,
because we are talking, but he does these little things, and I just want to get to the point of it. I am talking. You don't need to tell me to talk.
Come on then.
Okay, so when you say ad hominem, yeah, you mean that I insulted you?
Well, you're saying that I'm a dog acting like a cat.
I didn't say that.
No,
I didn't say that.
It's giving
So you're
giving examples so you can understand poetry. This is why black people use poetry so you can understand some different
Because you like to
concepts.
go on like you're the most intelligent person talking, and yet you can't grasp simple concepts.
Alright, I'm done then. Let's move on.
See?
You know what, yeah?
See this?
Let's
See
talk
this?
about black struggle.
Alright,
Let's talk
but
about
let
black
me
struggle.
finish.
This is why we're hearing it.
You don't control the conversation.
Look at me, bro.
I'm being humble to
Let me
you.
see how messed up our black
1
struggle
second,
is.
I'm being humble to you, Raj, yeah? I'm trying to say, okay, well, you just said that, let me answer that, rare. But then you're just saying, oh, carry on, let me, like, you want to dictate the pace of the conversation. Bro, if you lack, see, he's doing it again.
I'm closing my mouth.
If you lack comprehension skills, then I suggest do not converse with me. Every time I'm talking to these type of characters, yeah, they can't even listen. They can't hear, but they actually think Jedi's chatting shit or Jedi's going on. But they can't fathom. But you want to talk about big boy issues?
Yeah, we're talking about big boy Christian issues. Ask Christians, they don't want to listen to the
answers. If you're endorsing in any way, shape, or form, yeah, the British government, British culture, or these things in history, then I have to say you are on the side of the oppressor. If you look at me, yeah, as another human, and I say that we're all being oppressed as humans, and you say, yeah, but we all in a and then we have different struggles, then I know automatically that you're on the side of the oppressor, whether you know it or not. Yeah, whether you know it or not.
It's directed at me.
No, let him talk because you keep cutting him.
You directed at me. One minute.
Allow that, man.
One minute. You don't dictate the
You keep doing that to him. You keep doing that to him, man. Stop that, man. Talk, bro. Talk, man. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say, bro. You've done it to him 3 times, bro. Like you're the only Asian allowed to speak.
I'll let you speak.
All I was going to say that I regard everybody here as British. So when I say the British culture, that includes what the British.
Everyone here.
Yeah. Are you not British?
What do you mean? Where's my passport? You just look at me and think I'm British.
Well, are you not?
We're here though.
Okay. Well,
why would you regard everyone here as British?
Because we're all speaking British.
What is British?
Now you're asking me. Let me finish. Now you're asking me to judge you on the colour of your skin.
I'm not.
What do you mean that you say you don't do that? I'm gonna say forget that. I'm gonna regard everyone as my brother.
I'm just gonna assume everyone here is British. I regard you all as British.
What do you want me to do? Look at people's skin colour and say,
and ask them where they're from.
I don't want to go down that
British. Why would you assume we're British?
All I was going to say, I understand that you guys here, including Jedi, I understand the issues that you have, but there's no point putting the British establishment with the British people because the British people didn't commit those atrocities. They can't do that.
Only the ones that.
And he's a great speaker. He said a lot of things, but the thing is, your biggest downfall is you keep saying the British people and the British establishment are together. No, they're not. They're not. The British establishment. I stand against the British establishment and I stand with the British people. I want to repeat that. I stand with the British people and I stand against the British establishment because they're the murderers.
The British people. Let me ask you something, yeah. Sorry, and Beefie, I hear you. The British people are cogs to the British machine.
But are we all in one way?
No. Well, some are knowingly, and some are deliberately trying not to be. So this is the thing here, fam. Yeah, if you are a cog in the machine, you are assisting the machine. Yeah, if you're not willing to admit that you are assisting the machine and find ways to stop the system machine, I can't help you. Because when I come to fuck up the machine and I bust through the door and you're there on the bike, like, oh well, you're gonna be, I didn't know. It's too late. I'm gonna kick you out. How many times have we gone to war? How many times have we gone to war based on foreign policy? Yeah, and
I didn't agree with that foreign policy.
No, you didn't.
But you wanted
I fought against it.
But apparently the British public are behind it. Now, if that is not true, where is the dissent?
You remember, you got a little bit more intelligence than the average person. You know, and you've already said it, that silence is consent. The average person doesn't know that.
So that is who I'm talking about when I say the British public.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Yeah, but it still doesn't mean that they're not part of it. They're part of the establishment. In fact, they're the worst ones because they have no idea.
They don't consciously know that. You and I have to wake them up.
Yeah,
we have to wake them up.
We don't need them. We don't need them to consciously know it or not.
You see, when someone says something about British or white folks or whatever, and you're white or you're British and you take offence to it, yeah, then that means that you're guilty. Because there are white people and Asians up there that will not take offence because they understand the truth.
So did I.
By voting, you support the system.
I love it.
No.
Anyway, what was you going to ask me?
To all the voters of Brexit,
who wants the people in power?
you took away our human rights.
Who got the people into power?
Yeah? Our human rights are gone. Let me tell you something. You saw the man in jail? You got about a year to get out. Because if you don't get out, you're dead, bro.
See, now
get out.
Now we're looking at See, people are voting for MPs, but MPs go and do whatever they want. They don't represent us. What we need to do is get rid of the MPs and let us vote.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah?
Next year, if we start the campaign for the British public to not go and vote,
A white boy that came
would that help?
What are we trying to achieve with that, though?
To disband the system of the establishment. It's not our system.
If one person votes,
the establishment system.
I mean, I need to think about your answer. But
use the voting system and all that to control us, right?
But would you agree that we also educate the people to go back to the common law?
If we allow ourselves to be governed, then
By the Constitution.
Then if we allow ourselves to be governed, and government means mind control, right? Yeah. So we allow our minds to be controlled by those people that we elected, then we deserve what we get. This is the thing. Now, I don't vote. You're not a proud voter, so you still take part in the establishment.
Last time I voted was Brexit.
Cool. You still vote though. I don't know if you're going to vote next
I voted Brexit, but I don't support the system. I hate the system,
you hate
but
the
I'm going
system,
to
but
vote.
What's wrong with voting Brexit?
Voting.
I just said it's against the system.
Establishment.
You understand? You're against the system.
Yeah, but the thing is, let me ask you something.
The establishment.
But you're voting.
I voted for Brexit, yeah.
Right, so you
in the
voted.
establishment.
So that means you took
No,
part.
I understand. I understand your point. I understand. Also, I understand. I know what you're saying. But I also want to go back to common law. That is anti-establishment.
You want to go back to
I'm pro
When
Magna Carta.
Theresa came in the Commons the other day and said, oh yeah, by the way, I bombed Syria. Yeah? Did you vote for that?
Every time there's been a war, as a minimum, I've emailed a member of parliament.
Okay, you've emailed.
As a minimum.
Now, it's a bit too late because the moment you started voting, hold on, wait, hold on, you voted on a referendum. They're having a referendum about Brexit. That's what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? You know what that is, yeah? Right. So the whole point is, you have got involved in the system of it. You understand? So you can't just take one part and not take the other.
It's like this.
I understand that. But I don't vote for election.
As Jedi said, you're unwilling, you know what I'm saying? Participant. In everything.
In that respect, I am.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, but I've been agreeing with so many aspects.
My problem is I'm not. One second. You say my problem is.
It's important. Check this, yeah? I'm from Harringay. I grew up in Tottenham and Wood Green. Yeah? Go look up on the internet. Yeah? Anything green get burned. Yeah? I grew up in Wood Green. I'm from Tottenham. I told you I'm not part of your fucking gangs, bro. I'm not getting involved. Yeah? If I choose one side, I'm a snake to the other. No matter what side I choose, I'm a snake. You know why? Because I grew up being friends with all these people. Do you understand me? So I know I am not a participant.
There you go.
I respect your life more than you do.
Yeah,
We've established that.
And just to...
Yeah.
No, you finish up.
So is it either you're with us or against us? Is this how it's going to be? Or is it...
Because what man told me was that Jedi, your main problem is that you don't differentiate between the system and the British public. So I'm telling you, do the British public differentiate themselves from the system? And we can see clearly that on a majority they don't, innit? And they're synonymous. This is the problem, yeah.
We can't penalise their ignorance.
Bro, you can because if you elect me to bro, listen. I can't penalise. If you elect me to represent you, if you elect me to represent you, and I do a shit job, whose fault is it?
Me for electing you.
Yeah, but this is
Whose fault is it?
Because I gave you power.
Well, this is what I said. What's happening? We vote for members of parliament, and then they go away and do whatever they want.
No.
Every single member of parliament, every single prime minister says they're going to do A, but do you know what? They're going to do B.
How many times? How many times? I only voted for Brexit.
You don't listen to me.
You elect me to represent you.
It's my fault for electing you, right? But it's your fault for doing something that you said you would do.
Okay, maybe, but you elected me, bro. Do you understand? You elected me.
If I elected you on the basis of what you said,
This is the problem. This is the problem.
hence my solution. Let's get away with it.
I agree with you. We're getting to this is where we're linking up now, bro. Yeah, because this is the problem is we are still allowing ourselves and wanting ourselves to be governed. This need to find empowerment from a third party is what they have tapped into to control us. This whole way of thinking.
Fake democracy.
Just fake. It's just a fake way of living. Because you're not sovereign. You're not sovereign. You don't rule yourself. Yeah, remember, no one else is inside of your body.
You see, we're talking about all these problems, yeah? You know, we're talking about bare problems. How long have you been filming for? What does your screen say, bro?
Sacred land. But somehow you signed away, we've signed away.
How many solutions have you heard in those? Give me enough time. All right. Want me to tell you what the solution is? It's not all this talking. Look over there. Look over there. Look at these two people. Don't worry. You know what that is? The solution to the war in the world is love. That's as simple as that.
I'm not allowed to raise my child. I can't take my child anywhere I want. I can't teach my child. You understand? I can't discipline my child. These are just basics. Yeah, I can't get my food and my water from wherever I want because there's laws. I can't travel wherever I want. So these are our basic human rights that are encroached on. We're worrying about immigration. Yeah, the planet is designed, or the earth is designed for immigration. Animals are designed to migrate and hibernate and to follow the cycles of life. Yeah, we should not be penned in. There should be nobody telling you you can't go to France because nobody owns France. No one owns. So when we're building up walls in Czechoslovakia, they don't even have Czechoslovakia no more. What's these countries now where they're building up the walls for the immigrants not to come through in England?
Hungary, is it?
Hungary, all these kind of. So think about it, bro. Yeah. How is it that I can't go to my country of origin without spending money?
Can I ask
I can't run. I can't swim there. I'm not allowed to do any of these things. Make my own way there. That means that we are not free. These are the main things we need to be focusing on. What freedom is, why mankind doesn't have it, and why we are allowing these people to govern us.
And
So-
if you
because
think
the whole
you're free,
political
stop paying
system.
No, but hear this though, and another thing we have to add. This constitution, or the British constitution, is set it up by people who mastermind thinking. Knowing full well they can, I'm not even going to say program, they program you from you as a kid.
They know how to
Because-
attack
hold
your
on,
body for your
family,
food.
hold on, family. Now, he's made a good point. Everybody's made good points. But to defend the country, what's really programmed you into believing, you know what you just did? You closed the borders on your family. Meaning, you could have your family want to come home and you got to sign every damn paper. You better make sure your family have their arts checked over here. If not, they ain't coming over. You got brothers and sisters from different religions, like from Pakistan
Yeah, you
and that,
can't wear
who
this,
are
you can't do this.
Islamic.
Yeah.
They can't go home and get their wives because people like you vote for the Brexit. Yeah? Because what you've done is close the borders on your own damn self.
Because you was
Now,
afraid of
here's the
the
problem.
lies that were
Here's
told
the
to you.
problem.
This is a separate
Your
conversation now, but go
passport,
on.
your passport and your driving license. By the way, let's talk properly now because some of you that undermine us gang and think we're stupid idiots.
Who does?
Now, here's what I'm trying to say.
The majority of people.
What I'm trying to say, people have their levels of thinking that we are some stupid idiots. When we look on our passports and we see our names, we know that our passport, driving license ain't officially our IDs.
Yeah.
We are a person, meaning that we are property to this government.
Yeah, registered.
And that's what your passport is.
Out of the street.
Your passport
put you
is your
in jail
cow brand.
for life. They could put you in family camps. They got camps over here, blood. Yeah, all over Europe, where they can put you because of your birth certificate for what you have signed from you became an adult at the age of 18. By the time you're 21, you signed your life over again.
I will serve a king.
Yeah, and you are victim to whatever you voted for your government. First, we voted for a Labour government in 1996, yeah? We voted for Tony Blair. We thought, fuck the Tories, this man here is going to come in and do something for us. Yes, he did. He brought in certain black people within certain councils to represent us and all of that. The government put bare funding in. By the time we go through another shift of the government to get back to Tory, we find out half of our people who represented us is in jail, done for fraud, money's been scammed. Look at Southwark, look at Lambeth, look at Harringay, many other councils where the black African population has run off with our thing. So when we try to tell people that you are being programmed, this is a mental mind control. You know why? You just turned around and stabbed your own people in the back. They sent you over here to educate yourself, and you know what you did? You grow up, got mental mind control, you voted for every damn thing the government's done. You go to your place, drop bucket bombs, mustard bombs, kill half of your religion off straight. I don't care if you're Islam and you come from Pakistan, Kyrgyzstan, or wherever you come from, you're still a Muslim or most of Africa. They send you United Nations to our guerrillas, yeah? So you like to say, fund them to chop off their hands because they're running your damn chocolate field and many other stuff. So when we as G.A.N.G is coming here to Hyde Park and expressing our freedom of speech, We do study, man. We do overstand. We grew up in this court.
Man just wants man to understand what freedom is. And it's a personal perspective.
I saw your speech on the children thing the other day. That was really good.
It's what we're trying to say is, obviously, if you're not burning out the system, then you're part of the system. Man, like even in ancient Greece, yeah, they had this saying, yeah, where it was ignorance is hell, and now they've now changed it to ignorance is bliss. You get me? Ignorance is hell. To not be educated, to not understand what your life is about and what you are taking part in, to not have a wish to see a bird's eye view of what reality is actually helping the system to carry on. They need people to not care. They need people to feel like, oh, well, my lot are cool. We've been set. They need all that. They need the black man to look at the Asian man and be like, oh, well, you lot are more accepted, and they need the Asian man to be like, I'd rather my daughter marry a white man than a black man. All these kind of things that they created. The caste system. But one thing I have to explain to you, I'm not saying this to say, oh, you Asians, or you Arabs, or you Africans, or you Jamaicans, or you English, or you Welsh. It's not that. What I'm saying is, if you can't see that we are all fighting one battle, and that's all we need, that's the only battle we need to focus on. One for our own freedom. You're right to get up and go where you want. Eat what you want, drink what you want, do what you want. This is what you was created to do. This is your divine purpose. Yeah? And you're not allowed to do it. Your child is not allowed to do it. Your mom, your dad was not allowed to do it. And we're sitting there arguing about this person, this culture, that culture. And the truth is, the only thing we need to do is try and break the chains and get free. That's it. You get me? That's it, fam. So we can agree on that. And so, but that has got to be the biggest thing that we got. This is what I was saying to you about the GG. You get me? Yeah. This is what I was saying to you about the GG. You know what GG is? Yeah. It's a certain type of gang. You get me? This is what I was saying to you about these GG gangs. Yeah, like you're more focused on one set of people doing it, even though it is bad. But then you're isolating everyone else that'd be like, yeah, that's bad too, and that's bad too. You gotta care about what happens to my people, not just the Sikh girls, not just the English girls, the African girls, the rare. And then if you really become concerned about paedophilia, then the first thing you're gonna do is hold on. The biggest perpetrators are these government officials. UNICEF, all these child lines, all these people are paedophiles. They run these things.
What's my man's name? David Icke. Read David Icke. He'll tell you about all them.
I said he did a video the other way about looking after young black children.
Nah, all children, because what we try to do is get out of this stupid.
Look up David Icke, The Biggest Secret. Yeah? And from there you learn the truth about everything, all the other books. Look him up.
The biggest perpetrators, the master pedos, are the establishment. Of course. These Pakistani gangs wouldn't be allowed to get away with what they do.
So the elites are the master pedos, the master killers, the master racists, the master this. They kill us with geoengineering and all this kind of poisoning, this and that, rare. We know all of this, and yet there's going to be a fight today. It's probably going to be a Somalian guy versus another Somalian guy, or some English guy versus a black guy, or some black guy versus an Asian guy, based on what? Religion and rare. Nothing to do. No one's fighting for freedom. If we know this, who is fighting that fight? If we know the elites are at the top end of this paedophilia and child abuse, who is fighting that fight? This is why I say we as individuals have to take blame. We are all at fault. Yeah? We are all at fault. I might think I'm doing something good because I'm going to speak about this subject on content over everything. A few people are going to watch it, cool. But everyone has to do the same thing, and then we got to move from speech to action. And the way that we go from speech to action is this: we got to choose to be free. But every day, man, wake up, man chooses to plug back in. Every morning you wake up, you got a choice. You lay there in the bed and you feel it, you know. Man, I could just fucking stay in bed. Fuck myself, you know. You get me? Yeah, but the way we've been programmed, either you don't want to get up, either you get up because you don't want to be stereotyped as lazy as a black man. Yeah?
But you know who has the biggest problem waking up from the Matrix? It's the middle class. See, the working class.
We don't know. We're at the bottom.
You see that?
We're comfortable.
No, but Rambo, that's our blessing.
Now the Asians,
That's our blessing.
the Asians are looked at as comfortable.
What he's saying, yeah? You see, because they're middle class, remember? They wake up in the morning, yeah? They work.
All they do.
Yeah? Let me tell you something. You see, most you see a lot of these gang members, their parents are middle classes, you know? And you know what it is? They wake up at 6 in the morning, they have their bath, they cook breakfast, they wake up the children, get them ready, send them on their way, they go to work. When they come back from work, yeah, remember most of them are single now, so when they come back, they have to clean the house. Yeah? They have to clean the house before they cook. Then they have to clean up after they cook and clean up after the children. See, they ain't got time to do the homework with the children, bro. They ain't got time to see your baby. How's your day been? I can't talk to you, man. I gotta do these bills.
So now homework club and all these ones and school becomes the teacher of the child, and the child becomes the child. But remember, you registered that child already.
Man, are smoking weed behind homework club, having sex.
You already registered that child, so you already subconsciously gave up your rights to that child. But anything you register becomes the right.
So the school
Can I ask you a question? Because when I was younger, there was no real black crime like street crime and stuff when I was growing up. There was like a lot of black kids in the city.
Growing up where?
I was in East London.
Okay.
I believe that the school system is creating this kind of like drug and this, like the riddling and all this kind of bullshit here for little boys behaving normally. So when the little boys like in my school, people used to fight all the time. Now if you fight at school, you can be expelled, you can be charged. And all of these guys that I used to know from my school days, like bullies and stuff, they're like working in the city, normal jobs. Decent guys. So what I think here, especially with the black community, they're like suppressing a natural nature of boys.
That's with men in general. Men of all, you get me?
Because the media,
anti-masculine.
The media always focus, and the media and the people, because of the programming, always focus on the negative in the black community. When you say gangs, you wasn't in a gang. We grew up in a time where it was a bit racist. If we was going to school, so we would have to walk to school with 5 of our friends. That's how our gang started off. Not, we wanted to be muggers because some of our parents were good damn workers and they worked 2 damn jobs night and during the day. So what I'm trying to say here to you, we have CCTV cameras today. I could look at you and know that when we was growing up, there was no CCTV camera. And I'll be real with you. There were gangs in your community because it wasn't safe for you lot to go to school. And that's how your gang developed. Some of you sold drugs and some of you started to do housing properties and started to do businesses and whatever. That's still a gang. But because the media uses hip-hop, because the media uses...
It started off good.
No, because of the media.
And then it went into
PG.
It's the programming again.
Grooming gang.
I
I'm trying to save you.
I don't want to talk about
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to save you, fam. I didn't want to say that.
Can I ask you a question?
About grooming gang.
We were talking about alcoholism within the Sikh community, and I said that is because I think a lot of young boys have got a lot of depression and they act out in different ways in different communities.
They're suppressed.
Yeah, because they're suppressed. Because like when I was at school,
Suppressed from grooming.
There's a guy. No, I'm talking about suppressed at school. Because what it is,
No, I'm being serious.
in my school there was a guy that chucked a chair at my head. Nothing happened to the guy. He missed it. But this guy now, is working in the city. Normal job. If he was to do that now, he would probably get criminally charged or.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Because my experience here, I was kind of thinking in my head that they've got softer. Because things that but what I mean in school, things that I got expelled, I've been expelled from, I've been excluded from like primary school, excluded in secondary school, expelled from different schools, been to centre, been told I'm not allowed to return. So I know what it's like, and the way I see it is, things that I got expelled for now, I'm seeing kids still in school for. So I'm starting to feel like they're being softer. Because the things I was getting expelled for, they want them now and they fucked me up by expelling me. And the things what I got expelled for, they could have been another way to deal with me. This is the thing. This is why they make the school, this school to prison pipeline.
I met this guy, a young guy, 15-year-old boy. He said he was at school. He was a black boy. He said, we got into a little fight. They put him on Ritalin. Ritalin is this drug to thingy. In my school those fights every day after school. Asian, black, white, this it's just normal between boys.
Of course it's normal.
All of these guys that grew up after are normal dudes. None of them are like maniacs. What's happening, I think, is that you're suppressing boys' nature. Some are turning into alcoholics. Some are turning to crime on the street, and stuff like that. So each community has their own nuance.
Totally agree with you. So what you're saying, that's why there's alcoholism in the city community, but they're being suppressed.
I think because men have got depression and you're not allowed to speak about it, you're suppressed.
Why are they depressed?
there's a lot of reasons why people are depressed.
Yeah, but when we go to India, how bad? Or when we go to the Punjab,
A lot of suicides there.
Okay, but why though?
Because
what is it?
Because men are not allowed to speak openly about their feelings.
In Punjabi?
In the Punjabis here are kind of like, if you look at other Indians, we're a little bit more robust as people. We're a bit more in your face. So we have a bit more of a masculine culture. I think the black culture is similar. They have a very masculine culture, but you can't talk about stuff. What I used to do, if I was talking about something depressing, they would say, "Oh, have a drink, bro. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it." When I have depression,
that's not for Mark.
No, I'm saying generally, I'm saying masculine cultures, like Sikhs are masculine culture. When you look at Punjabis compared to a normal Indian, we are much more in your face, yeah? And I think that kind of culture, we
so that means that big boys don't cry.
Yeah, big boys don't cry and stuff.
Okay, but what I want to say is, why the boys cry? Because I feel like this kind of thing, when talks about depression, to me it doesn't sound like it doesn't feel normal. And I feel like it's another weapon that's being used against men worldwide. Why are men and women being more and more depressed?
Normally.
What is it?
You're not allowed to behave normally.
So then we are aware that there's something oppressing us.
The women, sorry to the females, but women have taken over schools here and they're trying to make boys into girls. And so what's happening? They're not, my school year,
that's real shit, man.
Beasts. Like they used to chuck balls out, so it used to be bobblehead and stuff. Like nothing happened. But what I'm saying is that
people used to get caned on that.
When I was growing up, there was a fight every day after school. Next day they shook each other's hands and nothing. Now the person will be put on Ritalin, they'll be expelled and all that kind of stuff. And this is causing a lot of kind of what I call problems long term for young boys.
I agree with that, man. Masculinity is under attack, bro. That's a whole new video. Masculinity is under attack. I mean, that's a whole new video.
There's nothing wrong with being a robust boy.
Someone who's struggling to be masculine. What would you advise?
Struggling to be masculine, or is masculine? It's struggling with their masculinity, but because they're being asked to suppress it, or because they can't master it.
No, you're surprised. Like when you go to school now, you would like if a boy has a fight, oh, they're a freaking thug. When I went to school, even I had a fight, and I was a fight boy. I had 2 fights at school. Like,
but now a kid's fighting, and you're right. Now these agencies that are supposed to be helping us are stepping in and saying, "Okay, Mike, we need to understand why you're so angry." But this is the second fight you've had in a month. We need to know what's going on at home. And then bring your mum. Your mum comes down, and then boom, this is how they're trying to find a way into the family home. Because it's all about an invasion. They're trying to break down the family. So they find any way to get into the family.
I think this is why black boys and other communities act like in because they're not allowed to behave like a normal boy anymore. Society and is against you now. Luckily enough, I had a mum that would say, "Oh, what did I tell you about fighting? Blah, 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 blah." And we get out and then she'd be like, "Good, I'm glad you fucked him up." Yeah? You know what I mean? Because I had a mum that was like, if you get hit back. Yeah? Don't be victimized. She would never have tolerated me bullying anyone or doing anything. And parents should be allowed to hit their kids. This is another thing. Once in a while. This is another thing. Let me give you a story here. I've been hit 3 times in my life. Each time I deserved it, and each time I turned my life around. And you got a lesson because I didn't go to my GCSE, I didn't send no GCSEs. I got a degree now. If I didn't get smacked up, what would I have done? The problem is when the only thing being done is yeah. And this is the problem when you ain't got that balance. But the parents have got the balance because they're not allowed to parent. They're not allowed to parent. So, and then also you got this generation gap now because the grandparents can't bestow the talents or the lessons onto the parent. It's just this breakdown of communication. You can't learn from grandma. Do you know what I mean? I'm not condoning hitting children. I've been hit 3 times and each time I deserved it. Big deal. Discipline. You're talking about chastisement. Physical chastisement. Well, that's why kids are gone crazy now. I feel it's your right. It's your right. If you got if I'm gonna watch the Grand National, and you're gonna tap this horse to get to go faster, then I'm gonna I can tap my child to teach it something, to learn faster or to grip something. Now, this is the thing. There's rules on how hard you can whip a horse when you're riding. But you can do it. You understand? If someone steals a car, and they come home, and what are you going to do? Give them a little hug? Come on, man. No, you give them a big smack. Check this. No violence. I'll never do it again. No violence, bro. No violence. Oh, we're going to go bomb Syria. Sorry? But
What? Oh well, if they don't respond, then all options are on the table. Okay, but when it comes to parenting, all options are not on the roster table.
I think parent-wise,
Teresa,
old school.
what about the women and
Parents pick
kids?
up their children.
Parents, not the school. Let humans govern themselves.
schools
So
need to
then
go
this
old
is bring
school
back
as well.
autonomy. This is bring back
It's the schools that cause
Can I say
bro.
something controversial? It's feminazis that are destroying masculinity.
Real talk, real talk.
Yeah, they're trying to make boys into girls.
That's real talk.
And there's nothing wrong with a boy being a boy. We can't walk around like being like little pansies. I've met some kids nowadays. I don't know if they're girls or boys anymore. You can't tell the difference.
So my problem is then, how can you align yourself with them? You understand? You say you don't like all these things. You know what I'm saying? How the education system is.
You gotta be a rebel.
System is part of the system.
Can't be fighting everything.
Is it not?
You have to, no, but this is the
No,
thing.
I'm saying it's
but
the
everything's
education-
fighting you though, bro.
The education
Everything's
system.
Let me clarify something before. I said something
Part of
an
the
hour
government.
ago
Part
that
of the-
an individual can't make a difference. Yes, you can make a difference.
Of course you can, man.
So I'll take that back. Because I always lived by that, but for some reason, under that thingy, I was like, no, you can't. But you can. If
majority
you don't
rule.
do it individually,
They always say
one by
that.
one,
It's
nothing
majority
will
rule.
change.
Let's go for a medicine break, bro.
Yeah, anyway, man, are we...
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good. That was good. That was good, man. So,
Anyway, man.
so this is how we do
Let's
it.
get boys back to being
And
boys.
Raj was right. Let's try to finish videos on a positive each time.
I always try that, man. I think Raj knows that as well.
Yeah, and
I always
boys,
try that
and
shit,
the thing is,
man.
we need to say one thing here. There's nothing wrong with a boy being a boy. Just because they have a little scuffle here or there doesn't make them into a thug. Like now they're expelling kids at school for no goddamn reason, yeah? They have one fight, they expel.
I think we should come back and have this conversation about masculinity.
Yeah, we should.
I'm quite actually into that one.
Anyway, love. Gang, gang, gang.